Welcome back to another episode of Insight from Above, and actually that will be the last episode of the season. I hope you did enjoy what we brought to you this season. I know we have talked about meditation with Luc Blanchard. We have talked about the yoga again with Luc Blanchard. We have talked about the crystal with Sylvie Leduc, and past life regression with Raven, the Qigong with Nicole Bolac, and with the fermenting with Rosie Constantino, and also the coaching life with Mijano Beauchamp, and I believe I forgot somebody, but all the episode that we brought for you in this season is actually to give you more insight and more information about how can you go about your life, how can you make your life better, because if we don't take control of our life, nobody will. And what's the best thing to take control of your life? Because control, the word control, actually, it's not physically doable in day-to-day life. But when we take control over our own emotion, our own body, our own spirituality, this is the only control. It's the self-power, it's the self-esteem that we have for ourselves. And it doesn't go beyond us. It starts here. Everything we want to do or anything that we want to change, it starts within. So if you're looking for any answers, if you're looking for guidance, I strongly suggest to you that you go within. And that's why we brought the meditation. That's why we brought the yoga. That's why we brought the Qigong. All of this, or the crystals, or the Reiki with Darkis Leduc, all of this is actually to bring you to another level of conscientious, another level of having a better life, a more sane life. If I look around, and for my own experience, I do a lot of reading for different people, different ages, with different issues in life. And the one thing that I realize with people is they're always looking for answers. Some of them, they're really lost. Unfortunately, with the religion, the organized religion that we have today, had pushed all of us away from the spirituality, from anything, the belief. If we believe in something, if we believe that there is a higher power, if we believe that there is divine energy, and actually the divine energy, it is within, that on its own, it will help us move forward. Religion had come a long time ago, and I don't think it was really fit to be standard for just every one of us, because we're all different. If we look to each other or at each other, we're gonna see the tall, the short, the heavier, the skinny, the darker color, the white. So we're all different. And I think if we understand that we need this mix of people to make this world, and to make this world a beauty and paradise. It is paradise if we can put the peace and love in our hearts and in each other's hearts, or to help each other to move forward and to be happy for your neighbor, for your friends, for your brother, for your sister, regardless of the relationship you have with the people. That would be magnificent. That would be my dream. This is actually my dream, is to see this world as a paradise, because God had the divine had given us this beauty. If we see the sun, the moon, the stars, the air, the trees, the beautiful flowers, like now we're in the summertime, so everybody's planting these beautiful flowers. If you sit back and admire the birds that come, if you put a little food for them, they come and eat. If you take the time of just concentrating on this beauty that we have around us, you're gonna feel peace, and you're gonna feel love, and you're gonna feel calm. And with that being said, your mind is gonna actually have better ideas, and the negativity, you're going to get rid of the negativity in your life. Negativity, it comes in so many different forms and shape. Negativity can be bad thoughts, like somebody always think the worst. Negativity can be the jealous, if you are jealous of your neighbor, if you are jealous of your friend. The envy, if you envy somebody, why do they have this and I don't have? That's all negative energy. So if we can get rid of all this, the envy, the hate, the jealousy, we're gonna have a better world to live in, but also we're going to become a better human being. We cannot change our neighbor, we cannot change our friends, we only can change ourselves. So if you want to see a better world, a better life, I think the change should be right here inside. Start with you. Because example, I did a lot of changes in my life, and I made a lot of good ones and bad ones, just like anybody else. But the good ones that I made, and the people around me had noticed the changes, they asked questions. How did you get here? How did you do that? What did you take? Whatever question was asked of me, I actually answer with honesty. And I tell people my story. You can always share your stories. I think I said this in the first episode of Inside from Above, that people listen to stories. You cannot tell people, you have to do this and you have to do that. And the moment you tell them what to do, they're gonna just, feel on the defensive. Who are you to tell me what to do in my life? But when you sit and you share your story, when you share your success and the non-success story, people gonna listen, because it's a story. You're telling a story. So I hope that with everything we have brought you in this season, you're going to be able to integrate it, or at least use. If you use 10% of it, that would be already amazing. And if you see the difference, I would love to hear from you. I would love for you to either send an email to info@tvc22.com, or again, you can call the office. It's .ca, it's not .com, so it's info@tvc22.ca, or again, you can call the office at 613-446-6037. So I would like to hear from you, and tell me, how did you like the show? Would you like for us to bring you other things? Is there a particular subject that we haven't touched in that season that you would like to have in the next season? So that would be great. And also, there is a new season coming up, probably next year, and I think you're gonna like it. And we're gonna be asking for some participation from you. You can call the station, and I'm gonna keep it a surprise, because we're working on it right now. So as it comes to effect, you're going to hear about it, and it's going to be announced on the website or on YouTube, either or. So please let me know, how did you like this 12 episode that we brought to you, and the subject that we talked about. And we're going to be bringing other subject at the new season. And one other things I would like to mention to you, that it will help you actually to clear up your energy and the energy of the house. You can use sage, you can use myrrh, you can use frankincense. These are all great incense that remove bad energy from your home. So it's better to do it on a Friday, but if you are working on a Friday, it could be on a Saturday, to take the time at least once a month, once every 3 months. It's up to you. If you have a lot of people go in and out your house, maybe you would like to do the cleansing or the smudging of your house more often. But if you don't have a lot of people, it's always good to move the energy around when in the house. We do clean our cars, we do clean our clothes, we wash our dishes, but we don't do anything for our spirit or the energy that's around us. So you can whatever. You can find a mantra, you can find a special prayer or a phrase, whatever the case may be in your belief. But the most important is to ask if there's any negative energy in your house. Just pass the incense around. Always start, if you have 2 floors, you can start from the top floor, go to the down floor, and after that approach the entrance of your house. Open the doors and ask for all the bad energy to get out of your house. And if you see that the energy is still heavy, you can repeat this every week if you want to. This is how many times, it's not important, and it's not going to do any harm. On the contrary, cleansing the house. And also you can smudge yourself. You can put the incense in front of you and you can just bring the smoke up, and you can, as you take a shower, and you can just move this. I think we can have a little demonstration for you in the next season to come, but that's another thing to move, to bring good energy in your house and around you too. I just want to give you a few tips on how can we let go of negative energy. I talked about envy, jealousy, bad thoughts, and also forgiveness. When you forgive somebody, it doesn't mean that you have to go back and be with that person. Forgiving somebody is letting go of whatever had happened between you and that person. But the most important thing is to forgive them, to send them love and light, to, as the divine, to give them clarity, more insight, so they can see better, or they can have better energy around them. But once you do the forgiveness with a person or more than one, you can let them go. You don't have to talk to that person again. You don't have to be friends with that person again, as long as in your heart, and you're the only one can know that. It's not the person that you're forgiving. It's gonna, and you can tell that person, I'm forgiving you because I want to have better energy in my heart. I want to have more love in my heart. And that's why we do forgiveness. We do forgiveness so we can live better. Some people spend all their life harvesting all this bad energy or being upset with somebody. It's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do the other person any good, because probably the person that you're upset with has no idea how you feel about the situation or about the person themselves. So by sending forgiveness and asking your spirit to forgive the pain and the hurt that that person had caused you, you're already releasing all this negative energy. So you're gonna live better. Your heart is gonna be lighter. Your energy is gonna be lighter. And like I said before, you don't have to be friends for the people that you forgive. You forgive and you let go. We're never gonna forget. This is something that, and I think we don't forget for the simple reason is that would be a lesson for next time. So when we forgive and we let go, but we keep the lesson, because that's a lesson that we learn. And if we go through something with another human being, it's because we need to learn something about relationship. We need to know something about how dealing with another human being. Give unconditional love to somebody. For them to abuse it, it's not the right thing, because being kind and being forgiveness or forgiven, it's not a weakness. On the contrary, it's a very strong person that only can do that. But some people see you, when you're kind, they see that you are weak, but you are not weak. As I was saying, forgiveness, it's a very important thing that we need to do. Self-searching. When we are going through a big challenge, or if we are reliving the same challenge that we have lived before, take a step back and ask yourself, what have we done? What have I done that in the past that I'm doing again today to live what I lived before. If we relive something over and over, just like forgiveness, if we don't forgive, it's gonna repeat itself with somebody else and somebody else and somebody else. And all of a sudden, you're gonna feel that you are surrounded by this negativity and you don't understand why. Why? Because it's us. It's each individual person that we need to work on ourselves first before we ask anything from another person. And by doing the changes within, it's gonna show on your life, on your day-to-day life. And by doing that, people are gonna notice. And when people notice, they're gonna ask that question. And when they ask that question, you're gonna give the answer. Or you're gonna just tell them the story. How did you get there? How were you able to change and be a happy and content person? That's the most important thing, is for each one of us, start within. Start doing the changes. Start look at your neighbor, your friend with another pair of eyes. Don't sweat the small things. Always look at the big picture, because don't forget, life is too short. And we're here just a visit. This is not home. Like we have talked about in this subject with Raven Dance, she had actually channeled people that they were here and they crossed over. And they were happy to go home, because life continue. Your soul will never die. If the divine can die, so can we, because we do have a divine energy within. The only thing we need is awaken the divine energy that it is within us. And by doing that, you're gonna find more love, more understanding, more forgiveness. And if every one of us do this, it's gonna be like a ripple on the water. It's gonna touch each one around you. And we can start by small groups. If we tell the story and a small group start doing the changes and so on and so forth, we actually can put some peace into the world and have a better communication and better understanding. Why we're here? You can ask yourself, why are you here? What is your purpose in this life? What did you come here to do? Because when we decide to come back to Earth, we actually coming back with a purpose. We have something to do, or we have something to give, or again, we have something to learn, or all of the above. And most of the time, all of us come here for all of the above, to learn, to live, to understand, to move on, and also to get our vibration and our spirit to rise higher and higher. And the higher vibration that we attend, the more knowledge we have, the more loving we have, the more understanding. So this is what Insight is all about. That's what the show is all about. It's about you and me and every person that is looking for answers, for every person that would like to do changes, to see a better life, to have a better life and a better communication. Relationships is the same thing too. If we apply everything I just said, imagine what the relationship can be with your spouse. What kind of a relationship can you have with your children? What kind of a relationship you have with your friends? And like I said, when we love somebody and this person had hurt us, we forgive and we let them go, because you don't want to relive that again and you don't want to get this hurt again. And therefore, you're sending them free because you do care. Even if that person had hurt you in the past, by forgiving and letting them go, that shows how much you care about that person. And you don't wish them harm, you don't ask but for the light and love for that person, or if there's more than one person. So I hope that what we have brought to you this year, it will help you, and I really look forward to see you next year. And like I said, if there is any subject that you'd like us to touch or to bring to you, it will be our pleasure to bring to you. And with that being said, I hope you watch all the 12 episodes that we did this year for you. And again, the website that you can send your request, your question, your answer, whatever the case may be, is info@tvc22.ca, and the phone number at the office is 613-446-6037. God bless and namaste.